This episode is sponsored by Amazon Games. I'm Kerry Stagmer, and we are the blacksmiths of Baltimore Knife and Sword. We're going to be building some of your favorite things and fantastic objects you've never seen before. This is Man-at-Arms, Reforged. Welcome back to the third and final installment of Berserker from Lost Ark here on Man-at-Arms. There's no days left. This is it. Each one of the teams has to finish everything on all of their different components. You're going to see all of these different pieces in all of their glory reassembled into the final finish for this sword. Now that Derek and Ellen have depth in all of the form of this piece, we've got to make it basically fit the final design of the sword. He's going to go through and trim these edges, then we have to create some more pieces, and the ears are up first.
So Derek cleaned up the headpiece part, and then John welded it on, and then we torch heated the right here to get it knocked back at the right angle. And the next thing we have to do is
we're taking these pieces that we cut on the plasma to create the lion's mane. So we've already got a little bit of shape put into this. We've got a little bit more where we're going to be tacking it in place so that it's actually seated where we want it, so that it's curving around this nice headdress shape. And then we'll move on to the side pieces with the ears and the rest of the mane.
So now that we've got a bunch of these segments of the tip, we want to clean up the surfaces so we have relatively consistent finish. So what I'm going to do is take these and run them on a surface conditioning wheel so we get a finish that's relatively clean before we put stuff together, because trying to do it afterwards with this thing being so huge is just not going to work well.
Using a special wheel on the sander we call the knife wheel, Bill's going in and cutting detail into this part of the pommel.
All right, we've got the first half of the edged part on the inside of our guard attached. Now I need to MIG weld the second half. Now this is only 16 gauge metal, so I had to crank the amperage way down, and we've got to take our time because it's a little bit of precise weld.
So now we have the main body of our sword and all these different pieces. We actually need to zap them all together and get them all lined up so they sit just right, because it's all gonna be one sword, right? And there's a lot of stuff to go on it.
Once we get that structure together, we still have all of the overlays and all of the fancy doodads that need to go on that are the details here. We can't align any of those until the structure is solid.
So our next step is to go ahead and fit the tail section or the guard, tack weld it in place. Then we can start applying our side edges because they will determine the location of the tip. Once we have that all located and we're happy with it, then we can start tack welding the parts for the tip together, which can then later be removed and finished. That will also allow us to work on the overlays and the rest of the guard based on the locations of our side pieces.
Time again, you bring us new and incredible challenges. This time, the task was absolutely monumental. It took a shop of 12 people, several weeks, day and night, working on this sword. Now that all the tasks are completed, we bring to you Berserker from Lost Ark.
You got this?
Maybe.
One, two, three. That's as good as I'm okay with. Yeah, looks great.
Click here to subscribe, or click here to see more episodes. Thanks for watching Man-at-Arms Reforged. We need to know what you want the team to build. Tell us in the comments below what you would like to see.